of four acharyas, but we'll be reading only one because we don't want to mix the moods of various acharyas. So, Atha Mangalacharana. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruh Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vetamsha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावद्य कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्वशे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री चैतन्य प्रभु वंदे बालोऽपि यद् अनुग्रहात् तरेन्नानामतग्राः व्याप्तं संसार सागरात् हरे कृष्ण I think we can remove this part. Let's see. Fine. So as I said, from today onwards, we'll be reading directly from the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So here I have commentaries of four acharyas: Sridhar Swami, Madhusudan Saraswati, Baldev Vidyabhushan, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So you must be knowing Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Baldev Vidyabhushan. About Madhusudan Saraswati and Sridhar Swami, I think there would be some doubt who are these people. I think Sridhar Swami you must have heard about, but I have a little doubt about Madhusudan Saraswati. Anyway, we'll take the shelter of all the acharyas and we'll begin with the Mangalacharan which Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has sung or written before beginning his commentary to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So the commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the name which he has given is Sararth Varshini. So Sar means the summary. So Sararth means Arth means meaning, Sar means summary. So he has given the meaning of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in a very great way in the form of Varshani, in a kind of a rain. So we all have to remove our raincoats, jackets, and umbrellas, and we just have to, you know, make sure that we completely immerse ourselves in this rain of nectar by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So beginning with the Mangalacharan by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So please remember Sarartha Varshini. And the commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Mahashay on Bhagavatam is called Sarartha Darshini. So, like in outside world, people get confused between even Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam also. So, I'll not go into that detail, but let's start with the Mangalacharan here. So, here it is said, Gauram Shuka Hasat Kumada Pramodi Swabhav ki yaya gostamaso nihanta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sudha Nidhir mein Manodhitishtan Swaratim Karotu. So, what he's saying here, Gauram Shuga Sat Kumada Pramodi Swabhaviki Yas Gos Tamaso Nihanta. So, what is happening? We are all in the darkness of tamas. At least we have to accept that before entering into Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, for those who have not attended the first two sessions, what is tamas and what five kinds of miseries we are facing even when we are trying to enjoy, that I have explained in the previous sessions. So, here he is praying. So, there are three kinds kinds of Mangala Charan. So, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says there are three kinds of Mangala Charan. He says Mangala Charan hai trividhi prakar, Vastu Nirdeshatmak Ashirvad Namaskar. So he gives three kinds of Mangala Charan. So Vastu Nirdeshatmak Shatmak. This means defining the objective or defining the object, because any scripture must have a central object around whom or around which the complete scripture is moving. The second one is Vastu Nirdeshatmak Ashirvad. Ashirvad. So this means blessing. Third one is Namaskar. You take this. Namaskar. That means obeisances. So my question to the audience is, first I'll explain the meaning of this verse and then I'll ask what kind of Mangala Charan is this? Is this Vastu Nirdeshatmak? Is this Ashirvad or is this Namaskar? Okay, moving back to the verse. So Gauram Shukah Sat Kumada Pramodi Swabhavaki Ghos Tamaso Nihanta. Nihanta means it is destroyed. What is destroyed? Tamas is destroyed. Now, how tamas is destroyed? It is destroyed by the golden kanti or the golden effulgence or the moonlight, which is very cooling. He said, Sat Kumada Pramodi Swabhaviki Kya. That means Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Gauram Shukaha, he is emanating golden cooling moonlight and it is very joyful. So, and it is full of nectar. But what it is doing, it is destroying the darkness or the tamas. It is doing nihanta, tamaso nihanta. It is destroying the darkness, which is in our heart, consciousness, in our surroundings. Everywhere is tamas. Now it says Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sudha, the nectar of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nidhir me mano adhitishtan swaratim karotu. Now he's saying this kanti, it is giving joy to the saintly devotees. And what else it is doing? And he's saying that may this kanti or may this effulgence, which is as cool as moonlight, it may be present in my mano adhitishtan, may it take place in my mind or may it get settled in my mind and may it provide attraction towards Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So my question to the audience, now we have open forum, what kind of Mangala Charan is this? Can someone answer? Is this defining the objective or is this giving some kind of blessings or is Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is paying obeisance? What kind of Mangala Charan is this? Anyone can answer. Anyone? Mika, Vaikuntha Nivasi Mataji, Natar Shamru. So, what kind of Mangala Charan is this? It's not a test. You can be wrong. Anyway, 1/3 probability. You won't be more wrong than that. Mika, please try.
Prabhuji, Om Agyanati one?
No, the Mangala Charan which we just understood. This one, Gauram Shukha Sat Kumada Pramod.
Oh, Prabhuji, my internet was flickering, so I wasn't able to hear the entire thing.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
actually flickering right now also. That's okay. Anyone else? Sir Prabhu?
Blessings.
Is he giving blessings to everyone? Is he saying Mano Adhishtan? That means may it remain in my mind. Namaskar Atmika. He is actually doing Namaskar. So this Mangala Charan is Namaskar Atmika Mangala Charan. He is actually paying obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's okay. Anyway, because now we'll go to the next Mangala Charan, which he is quoting here. Prachina Vachah Suvicharya Soham Agnyopi Gita Mritalesha Lipsuhu Yatehe prabhor eva mate tadatra santah kshamadvam sharanagasya. Now what he's saying? He's saying prachina vacha suvicharya so aham. Now, Prachina Vacha, that means the commentaries which were given on Bhagavad Gita previously before him. That means when he is about to write this commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he is saying that I have done Suvicharya, not just Vichar. He has done Suvichar. Su means he has done extra Vichar or special kind of Vichar, not just thinking about previous commentaries. Okay, I have read previous commentaries. No, so here is a teaching that even before reading any kind of literature, we should have some background check about that literature also. Has anyone commented on that literature? What is the history behind that literature? So we have to understand the complete package of that literature, that structure, who is the author, what are the activities of that author, what is the character of that author, who is the main speaker, who is the main listener. These kinds of things we have to understand. Now what here Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, that he is saying, I have very carefully considered. Suvicharyo aham. I have carefully considered Prachin Vacha, previous commentaries. And he's saying Agnyopi. I am ignorant. I am agya. I don't have any knowledge. I am not I am not a jnani. Now there's a big problem. If an acharya is saying that I am agya, so what should we do as followers of Gaudiya Vaishnava or followers of Acharya Parampara? What should we do? Should we sit quiet or simply accept, okay, our acharyas are agnya? So he's saying, I am agnya. That means ignorant. Now, same statement is used by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also while writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mostly every Gaudiya Vaishnava who has written any kind of literature in the service of the Vaishnavas for the pleasure of Guru Gauranga Krishna, Srimati Radharani, he is very humble in nature. So he will definitely say that I am Agnya. Now, if an outsider says, oh, your Acharya is Agnya, why are you reading his book? He's himself saying he's a foolish person. Now, should we say, oh, yes, definitely he himself has admitted that he's a foolish person. What can I do? Now, this is actually an offense. So we don't have to accept things on just literal basis. We have to understand the humbleness part as well. Now, in Gita, Krishna says, Aksharanam akarosmi. Among all the syllables, I am a. All right. So if you write any varna, for example, if you say ka, now this ka is made from ka plus a, that makes ka. So among the Vedangas, the first is shiksha. This is actually shiksha. So ka, now you say ga. So ga, this is akshar. When swar is added to that, then ga, varn is formed. Now Krishna says, among all the aksharas, I am aksharanam akarosmi. I am a. So in every varna you will find a. Ka, kha, ga, jha, pa, a. This sound is coming everywhere. So Krishna is in every sound, every syllable. Now, agnya, I'll write this in Devanagari. A plus Jna. This is Agnya. So what is a? Krishna himself is a. And what does Gya means? Gnya, one who knows. So, or one who has Gyan. That means our acharyas. So one who knows Krishna is also Agnya. So we will not say that our acharyas are ignorant. So we are like what is our duty? Our duty is actually to serve our acharyas. Our duty is actually to protect the teachings of our acharyas. So this is how we have to protect. So please remember, whenever a Vaishnav is showing humility or humility is automatically coming out of it, we have to protect it. We have to make sure this very hard society does not, trample upon this humility or make fun of it. All right. So now we'll move towards other things. So it says, Agnyopi Gita Mrita Lesha Lipsuhu. Now he's saying, Yata Prabhur Eva Mate Tadatra Santah Kshamadvam Sharanaгаtasya. Now he's saying कि Shantah Kshamadvam, I would like to apologize. Now he's also saying, please, I would like to apologize and please tolerate this soul, this humble soul, who is just trying to do one thing. Yatah Prabhor Eva Mate Tadatra. I am just following the will of my spiritual master. And he's saying, Sharanagatasya, and I am just a surrendered soul to my master's will. He's saying I am very ignorant, and we know that he's not ignorant, he knows everything. Now there are two things. See, he says Agnyopi, and also he's saying Prachina Vacha. How can an ignorant person has read all the commentaries of Bhagavad Gita previously? So any sane person would be able to understand that this particular author is actually a very humble person. And the sole qualification to get the mercy of Krishna is actually lolyam. And a person who has lolyam or intense greed is attained by someone who is very humble. That is why. So this qualification is very much needed for sadhakas like us also. So he's saying, although I'm very agnya and I've studied previous commentaries, now I just want to have something. And what is his desire? His desire is Gita Amrita Lesha Lipsuhu. I just want to taste or obtain the drop of nectar called Gita. Gita Amrit. Whatever nectar Krishna has given from his mouth, I just want to obtain that. Now I'm going to tell you something more important about this word Gita Amrita. See, we can go more deep and deep. We have time, whatever lives we have left. So let's go deep only. Gita plus Amrita. I did not plan to explain this word, but suddenly something came in my mind. So Gita is yat mukha manabhasya Krishna. Now, what is the Amrit that is coming from the mouth of Krishna? It is nothing but Adharamrita. Say, I did not plan. Something came in my mind. That's why I'm telling this. Something came in my mind. I don't know how. So, when Krishna is speaking something, that Amrit is coming from his mouth. All the gopis, they desire only one thing, this Adhara Amrita. They are even criticizing the Venu, that this Venu, although Venu is pulling, that means that's a male, but still he is drinking the Adharamrit of Krishna, and we gopis are bereft. So we are very envious of this Venu. So this Gita is actually the Adharamrit of Sri Krishna. So please take this literature very seriously. I don't know why this came into my mind, but I thought of sharing it. Now going further. So he's just asking that please tolerate this work of mine. I'm just trying to fulfill the desire of my spiritual masters. So please tolerate this works. So me as someone who is just trying to understand this tika and trying to explain it to you all, please tolerate my explanation also. Now we'll go further to the commentary. So this is actually the Mangalacharan commentary, means the introduction given by the author. Now he says, इह खलु सकल शास्त्राभिमत श्रीमत् चरण सरोज भजनः स्वयं भगवान नराकृति पर पर ब्रह्म श्री वासुदेव सूनः साक्षात् श्री गोपालपूर्यम अवितीर्यापरा अवितीर्यापारा. Now what he is saying, that who is this where I am, Iha Kalu Shastrabhimata, Srimad Charan Saroj. So he's saying this son of Vasudev, who is son of Vasudev? He's saying He is Parabrahma. And what else he is? He is Parabrahma and is having Narakriti. You see this word? Narakriti. That means he is actually Parabrahma, but he has come in the form of a human. See, whatever Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur will explain in this introduction, this whole philosophy will go in entire Bhagavad Gita. So if we miss these important details, then definitely we'll be confused in Bhagavad Gita. So he says, now who is Krishna? He is Swayam Bhagavan. He is having Narakrati. He is Parabrahma. And what else? He is Shri Vasudeva. That means he is son of Vasudeva, son of Vasudeva. He is Vasudeva, Shri Krishna. And what he's saying? He's saying Sakala Shastrabhimata Srimad Charana Saroja Bhajanaha. That means every scripture is actually desiring the lotus feet of this powerful entity, the son of Vasudeva, who is Parabrahma in human form, the original Bhagwan. So every literature is just praying, oh Shri Krishna, please give me your lotus feet. Now what else? He's saying Sakshat Shri Gopal Puryam Avatir Yapara Param Mat Akarya Prapanchika Sakala Lochana Gocharikto Bhavabdi Nimajjan. Now he's saying that this Shri Krishna who descended in Mathura. Now please understand, Krishna descended or appeared in Mathura, but Krishna took birth in Vrindavan. These are two important details. Krishna appeared in four-handed forms with Shankar Chakra Gada, beautiful golden dhoti, Pitambara Vastra with all alankar. He appeared in the mind of Vasudev, then he appeared in the heart of Devaki, and then both of the personalities were able to see Sakshat Vasudeva Krishna in front of them. But Krishna actually took birth in Vrindavan. Jayati te dikam janmana vraja. See, Gopi Geet starts with this verse only. Jayati te dikam janmana vraja. In Vrajbhumi only, because you took birth, janma. That's why adhika, the glory of Vrajbhumi has increased. So we can have a separate topic about who is Vasudev Krishna or Nandanandan Krishna. Anyway, in the first session, I explained who actually spoke this Bhagavad Gita. Now he says that uh, this personality who was actually invisible, no one is able to see Krishna, but he became Sakala Lochana Gocharikrito. Everyone was able to see suddenly in the material world. And then when he came to this material world, Bhavabdi Nimajjanam, everyone was actually submerged, where they were submerged in Bhav Abdi. Bhav means material world, and Abdi means ocean. So everyone was suffering, or they were completely submerged in the ocean of material universe. And when he came, what he did? Jagat Janan Udhritya. What he did? He took them out. So if someone is drowning in the ocean of material universe, what Krishna did, he came up, he appeared, and everyone was able to see him. And he then took out the people who were suffering in that material universe. And how he took out? Sa Saundarya Madhurya Swadanaya Swiya Prema Mahambudao Nimajyamasa. By his own power of his beauty, what he did, he took them out of the ocean of material universe, and then what he did, he put them in the ocean of his own prema. So as jivas, we have to remain in some kind of ocean. Now we have to decide whether we want to stay in the ocean of material universe or in the ocean of Krishna prem. See, this is ocean of material universe. See, when we read Sanskrit commentaries, we get very nice words. He says, Swiprimna Nimaddo. Matlab, he is actually making sure you drown. So what is Krishna is doing? He is making sure you come out of this ocean of material universe and drown in this ocean of Krishna Prema, ocean of. So we all want this kind of result to happen with us. Anyway, we'll go to the further commentary. Now he says, okay, when Krishna has appeared by his own beauty, he has delivered so many people. Now, what else happened? It says, Shishtaraksha Dushta Nigraha Vrata Nishtha Mahishta Pratishto Api. That means those who were ignorant, Shishta. No, Shishta means actually those who are respectable. That means those who are saintly persons. So he came and did what? He did Raksha. He provided protection to those who are Shishta Janas. Shishta means, you have heard this word, Shishtachar. Those who follow the rules and regulation and the respectable etiquettes. Those who show this kind of acharan are called Shishtachari. So Shishta means those who follow, those who are respectable people, or those who follow codes of religion, Dharmik Janas. So he came to give protection to Shishta and Dushta Nigraha. Before also we got this word Nigraha, Tamo Nigraha, if you remember. So Nigraha means he destroyed the evil. And what was this? Vrata Nishtha Mahishta Pratishtha. That was actually his great vow. What was his vow? To protect the righteous and to destroy the evil. Yada yada hi dharmasya. And then he says, Pavitranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. That is this only. And what other vow he had? He says, Bhuvo Bhara Dukha Pahara Mishena Dushtanam api Swadeshtrinanam api Mahasamsara Grasi Bhutanam api. So he did many things. So Bhuvo Bharaha. Bhuva or Bhuvaha means earth, and Bhara means the load. So when Krishna, when Mother Earth approached along with all the devatas to Shirodakshay Vishnu, that so much evil is actually wandering and is causing a lot of load on Mother Earth. So what should we do? Please help us, please deliver. So Mother Earth was actually pleading. And then there was, Akashvani, and Shri Krishna will be coming to earth to what do? Bhu Bhar Haran. Bhu means Prithvi, Bhar means the load on Prithvi, Bhu Bhar and Haran. He will steal or he will destroy all the extra load on this Mother Earth. So this was his vow also, because Mother Earth was actually suffering because of these evil people who are walking on this earth. And see, Mother Earth, she has all the capacity to provide all kinds of necessities to humankind. But when evil rises, then what Mother Earth does, she takes all the resources back. So there is famine, there is flood, there is earthquake, so many disastrous things happen. So by the symptoms of this Prakriti or Prithvi, we can understand whether evil people are here on this earth more, or pious people are wandering more. Anyway, it is Kali Yuga, more evil only. So he gave the greatest protection. And what he did, uh, what kind of protection he gave? He samsara grasi bhutanam api muktidana lakshanam param rakshanam. What is param raksha? He gave liberation, mukti dan. He gave mukti dan to all these people. To whom? Eva kritva santro dhara kala janishyanam anadya vidya bandha nibadna shoka moha deya kulan api jivan. Okay, we'll come to this. But to whom he gave this liberation? To even most of the evil persons like Shishupal, Kamsa, Dantavakra, Bakasur, Aghasur, Jayadratha, Dushasan, Duryodhana. So to all these evil personalities also he gave what? Muktidan. And even those who show great enviousness like Shishupal. It is said that when Shishupal was not able even to speak, at that time also he was very much envious towards Krishna. Born envious, 100% envious. Because Shishupal was having only Krishna in his heart, then Krishna said, okay, if you have me in your heart, then definitely you need my Swarup only. So first he gave Salokya Mukti and then Sarupya Mukti. So this is Krishna. If he sees that in your heart If only I reside, maybe any kind of emotion, favorable, unfavorable. But our Acharya say better have favorable, because we are very poor in having unfavorable also. We will hate Krishna 5%, then we'll hate something else 5%, we'll love something else 5%. We are so confused jivas. So Acharya says better have 5% favorable towards Krishna, but nothing unfavorable. So to those who showed great hatred also, to them also, what he did, he gave a Muktidan. And in order to deliver the jivas who are like just taking birth and dying, because they had no hope in their life. So what to them, what he did, Kala Janishyamanam Anadi Avidya Baddha. We Jivas, we are actually Anadi Baddha. We don't know when we fell, how we fell, what was the reason, but we definitely know that we are fallen. That is acceptable. So everyone has this kind of question. Prabhu ji or Mata ji, whoever is the speaker, they say, Maharaj ji, Prabhu ji, hum kyun gire sansar mein? That is actually not the right question to ask. There has to be the art of asking questions also. Why we fell is not important. How to get out is important. Now imagine if some person is rotting in a deep well, ditch or well, whatever you say, and what is the foremost duty of that person? To sit there, contemplate, oh, why I fell? Who pushed me? Did Bhika Mataji push me? Or did Natwar Shyam Prabhu played some kind of conspiracy that I fell in the ditch? Or was it Chand Gopinath Das who was playing a biggest conspiracy among all? So how did I fell? And now he has broken feet, uh, fractured bones, muscle torn, ligament tear, blood coming from his head. Two teeth are also gone, no beauty left. Still, he's thinking, how I fell. Now, is this the right way to stay in that ditch? The correct procedure or the foremost duty is to shout. What we have to shout? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We have to shout with the last strength that we have in our lungs. We have to shout out to Shri Radha Krishna, Shri Gurudev, that please pick me out from this ditch. I am fallen. So first thing is you have to do is first accept, because Bhagavad Gita won't be there in your consciousness until and unless you understand this thing. Accept I am fallen. Then shout or cry the names of the Lord. And while you are doing these two things, what you have to make sure, do not blame anyone. Now, whenever there is some kind of problem in our life, first thing we do is blame someone. So it begins with first blaming those who are around us, then blaming those who are powerful than us because we envy them. And ultimately, it leads us to say, God is responsible for this kind of misery I am facing. Now, we are fallen people who are in the ditch with broken bones and fractured ligaments, and we are saying, oh, Krishna is responsible for this. Instead of taking help and getting out, this kind of foolishness people are doing. So sorry for using the strong words, but this is the reality. So what next is this? So what Krishna has done in this Bhagavad Gita, now that is being explained. It says, because the Jeev is stuck in this material world as Anadi Avidya, but because of Avidya, he is eternally bonded. And because of Shoka, Moho, Adya, Kulanapi, this Jeev is not able to come out. Now, what Krishna has done, Shastakrin Munigan Giyamana Yashascha Dhartum Swapriya Sakham Tadrish Swecha Vasadeva Ranamurdhani Udbhut Shoka Moham Srimad Arjunam Lakshi Kritya Kand Triyatmaka Sarva Veda Tatparya Pravashirthat Ratnal Mirkatam Shri Gita Shastram Ashtadhyayam Antarbhushta Dasha Vidyam Shakshad Vidyamani Kritam Eva Paramam Purushartham Avirbhayam Babhuva. He has brought this Gita to this humankind to uphold the glorious reputation sung by the sages. And to whom he has singled out? He has singled out his dear friend and devotee Arjun. Because Arjun also, just like a Jiva, was afflicted by what? Shok and Moha. See, Shoka Moha Srimad Arjunam Lakshi Kritya. There were clear lakshan, or there were clear signs that Arjun is afflicted by Shok and Moha. So, Shok means lamentation and Moha means illusion. And when that illusion and lamentation came at the very start of the war, so the Lord thus manifested in his own desire. Actually, see, he says, Sarva Veda Tatparya. Whatever is given in all the Vedas, Sarveda Tatparya, the commentary of all the Vedas, was manifested by the Lord. And why Arjun was there? He says, by the Lord's sweet will only. Arjun is a pure devotee. He cannot be afflicted by lamentation or illusion, but by the Lord's own sweet will or desire, because this was the purpose of the Lord. To what? To manifest the highest goal of humanity. त्रियतात्मकम सर्ववेद तात्पर्य प्रवस्यतार्थ रत्नामलांकृतम श्री गीता शास्त्रम रत्न अलंकृतम. This Gita is actually like an ratna alankrit. It is very beautiful, like an ornament. So he wanted to present this, which is actually very easily attainable. And this was presented, this Sarva Vedasar, in the form of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Now, what does this Srimad Bhagavad Gita has? Ashtadashadhyayam. It has 18 chapters. And what does this 18 chapter has? Antarbhuta Ashtadhasha Vidyam. Ashtadasha Vidyam. Within these 18 chapters, we have 18 types of knowledge. So, what are these 18 types of knowledge? So, 18 types of knowledge are actually the chapters. If you read the chapter titles, then you will understand what kind of knowledge is given. So, uh, we, like, Vishwanath ji is not giving those titles right here, but anyway, we'll go by the chapters, we'll understand that. And so this is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is ornamented with jewels, with the ultimate import of Sarva Veda Tatparya, like Vidya Mani Kritam Eva Parama Purushartham. Now we have Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But here Bhagavad Gita is giving Parama Purushartha. It is actually giving Prema. Now, every one of us who are following Srila Prabhupada or the Chintya Bheda Bhed philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavas within ISKCON, we have heard this kind of blame that Srila Prabhupada is saying bhakti, bhakti, bhakti everywhere. Now, please understand, actually, when bhakti is everywhere and Srila Prabhupada is able to see bhakti everywhere, that is why he is able to bring out that bhakti to us. For those who are not able to see bhakti, that is their fault. That is not Srila Prabhupada's fault. If Prahlad Maharaj is able to see Narsingh Bhagwan everywhere, even in the pillar also, it is not the fault of Prahlad Maharaj that Hiranyakashipu is not able to see Narsingh Bhagwan in the pillar. Please understand this point. So, those who are blaming Srila Prabhupada, it's their own fault that they are not elevated enough. What can we do? Anyway, now we'll come to the next paragraph. I hope we'll cover the last three. So, it says, Tatra, in that Bhagavad Gita, that means Dhyayanam Shatkenan Prathamena. So, the first 6 chapters of this Bhagavad Gita, it says Prathamena means first 6. Nishkam Karma Yoga. Now, what we have studied? Oh, first 6 chapters are Karma Yoga. Middle chapters are Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, and last chapters are 6 chapters are Jnana Yoga. No. First 6 chapters present Nishkam Karma Yoga. See, if you have like 20 subject matters, I need to make you all explain this. For example, you have 10 subjects. Now you don't know the subject title. So you have trigonometry, calculus, or matrices, etc., 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 etc. Now, what you will call this? What is the summary of this mathematics? That means in the first six chapter, you will find Sankhya Yoga, you will find a glimpse of Gyan Yoga, you will find glimpse of Nishkam Karma Yoga also. But all in all, what does it concludes? It concludes into Nishkam Karma Yoga. This is what the Acharya is trying to say. Okay. So if someone says, no, Prabhu, first six chapter has Karma Yoga also, we are not denying. But what is the conclusion of first six chapters? Nishkam Karma Yoga. Now we'll go to the other. So we are on this paragraph. I'm not able to mark using my pen in this PDF, otherwise would have marked here itself. So I'll see what can I do later. Anyway, so it says Dvitiyena Bhakti Yoga means the next set of six chapters is of Bhakti Yoga. Okay, we were right on that. Now, Tritiyena Jnana Yoga Darshitaha. In the last six chapter, that means from chapter number 13 to 18, Jnana Yoga is presented. Okay, fine. We are okay with that also. Tatrapi Bhakti Yogasyatirahasyatvad Ubhaya Sanjeevakatvanebhyarihatvat Sarva Durlabhatvacha Madhyavardhi Kritaha. This is very important line. It says Bhakti Yoga. This Bhakti Yoga is actually placed between Karma Yoga, that is Nishkam Karma Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, just like a sandwich. So if I have two loaves of bread and in between I add mashed potato, so this is a potato sandwich. Now if I add cottage cheese paneer, then this is paneer sandwich. So what is in between actually tells what kind of sandwich is this. The bread does not define the sandwich. The main matter is in between those two loaves of bread. So Bhakti Yoga is placed between Karma and Gyan. Why? It says Sarva Durbhala Twach. It is very durlab. It is very rare to attain. This bhakti is actually very rare to attain. When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, at that time also you'll understand that Bhagavad Gita, whatever is presented in Bhagavad Gita or Gopal Tapani Upanishad or these Bhakti Shastras, it is actually very confidential and very rare. And because it is Sanjeeva Katvenabhyarhi Tattvad, it is giving Sanjeevani to Gyan Yoga and Karma Yoga. That means without bhakti, even karma is not possible, and without bhakti, even Gyan is not possible. Please understand this. So even bhakti is there in first six chapters also, bhakti is there in last six chapters also. I'll repeat it. Please try to register this in your mind. First six, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Last six, Jnana Yoga. And middle, Bhakti Yoga. Now, it's Vishwanath ji says that Bhakti Yoga is placed between because it is very confidential and because it is giving Sanjeevani, life to the other two, because it is very rare. That's why full Bhagavad Gita is full of bhakti or mixed with bhakti. There are other topics, definitely we accept it. If someone says Gita mein to Gyan Yoga bhi bataya, we accept it. But without bhakti, it is not possible. Why? Then we'll come to the second last paragraph. So he says, Bhaktistu dvividha, Kevala and Pradhani Bhutacha. So there are two kinds of bhakti. So if you are able to understand this introduction of Bhagavad Gita, full Bhagavad Gita is clear to you. So we'll understand types of Bhagavad Gita. Oh, types of bhakti. Although there is a proper course, Bhakti Prakara, but we'll understand only basic. So first is Kevala, Kevala Bhakti. Or you can say Keval Bhakti also, that is also not wrong. Keval Bhakti. And second says Pradhani Bhuta. Now Keval Bhakti means pure, unadulterated. There is no mixing of karma and gyan. And if you remember this verse, Anyabhilashita shunyam gyan karma anavritam. Bhakti, which is anavrit or without mixed or covered by karma and gyan, that is kevala bhakti. So it is connected to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. These all scriptures, Bhakti Shastras are interconnected. All we have to do is give oral reception while hearing and be very attentive in reading thoroughly. That's it. Now, Pradhani Bhuta means Bhakti is main. Other processes are secondary. That means you are following a process in which Bhakti is having more scope and other processes, karma and gyan, are little. That means 51% it should be bhakti. Other should be less than bhakti. Any kind of act where you are using bhakti more, but the mishran or mixing of karma and gyan is less than bhakti. Okay. Now there is one more kind of bhakti called Guni Bhuta Bhakti. In that, bhakti is having less percentage in that activity, but karma and gyan are more. So that is not mentioned here, so I am not going into that, and that is also not our goal. Somehow we have to do, our main goal is keval bhakti, but since we are so fallen, full of tamas, so we are not able to do keval bhakti. That is why we are mostly doing pradhani bhuta bhakti. We are doing activities of bhakti, but it has some mishran of karma and gyan. When we say mishran of karma and gyan, so karma means we think, अगर मैं कमाऊंगा नहीं ना तो भक्ति से पेट थोड़ी भरेगा. Please understand this point. So we are not 100% sheltered towards bhakti. That is the main problem. So what we are doing is, we are doing bhakti, but we are earning also something, working outside, doing some kind of yagya. When we say karma, that means yagya ityadi work, not this office work. This is completely vikarma. We'll come to that part in fourth, fifth chapter. Anyway, so moving ahead. Now he says, Bhaktistu dvividha keval pradhani bhuta cha. There are two types. Tatradya swata eva param prabala tve dve garma jnan vineva vishuddha prabhavati akinchan ananyadi shabda vachya. That means the first one, he says, te dve karma jnana vishay tata sweta eva param prabala. Param prabala. This first one means keval bhakti is very independent and strong. Param prabala. Swata, and it is also swatantra. That means bhakti is not dependent on anything. If you read Madhura Kadamini, you will get more about it in the second vrishti and third vrishti. So bhakti is completely independent. You don't need to do karma and gyan to attain bhakti. Ki no, you have to do some this yagya and that yagya, then only bhakti will come to do. No. Bhakti can manifest anyhow, anywhere, to any fallen person or any advanced persons also. There is no some some kind of checklist that you have to do these things, then only bhakti will manifest in your heart. For example, Prakashanand Saraswati, he just gave a little his hand, a small gesture of gentle manliness. He said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was sitting near the area where everyone is supposed to wash their feet, and when he saw, oh, this person, he's so humble, he's sitting there, he's a sannyasi, he should not sit there. And actually, Mahaprabhu, very beautiful also. So what he did, he just gave his hand and said, please come with me and sit in some honorable place. That's it. Done. Bhakti Sukriti came, Bhakti started in his heart. Then only Mahaprabhu gave his mercy. Very easily attained. Now what did Ajamil do? Simply said Narayan. Was it intentional towards his deity Narayan? No. So big papi. He was only saying to his son Narayan, married a prostitute at the age of 80 also, he's having 10, 8, 9 children. So please understand this. Very kami, very papi. Yet Bhakti came. That is the power of name. Was it intentional? No. In karma and gyan, even though you are intentional, if there is a small mistake, so much wrong can happen. But in bhakti, even unintentional with so much wrongdoings also, bhakti can manifest in heart. That means bhakti does not have any cause. Bhakti has only one cause, bhakti itself. Now, what does it says next? Te dharma karma jnana viniva vishuddha. This means Without the mixture of karma and gyan, this keval bhakti is vishuddha. It is not just pure, it is very pure. Vishuddha, Vishishta Rupena Shuddha. And what does it says? It says it is understood by many terms. Akinchan, Ananya, Adi Shabd Vachya. That means Keval Bhakti has many names. So Keval Bhakti is also called Akinchana Bhakti. What is the other name of Akinchana Bhakti? What does it says? Ananya. So when you hear these kinds of terms, please understand that Keval Bhakti is being discussed. Don't get confused. And the second type, it is mixed with Karma and Gyan, which will be described later. So in the last session, I already started with the first verse. So I thought without going with Mangalacharan, how can we start the first verse? So we'll end this explanation here. So if anyone has any kind of question, doubt, clarification, or they want to give any kind of correction, I'll be happy to hear. See, Bhagavad Gita or Bhakti Shastras are not kind of scriptures or some newspaper or magazines that we have to just try to finish it. Some people say, वो जी गीता हो गई खत्म कर दी और तो भगवान ही खत्म कर दे रहे हैं. So you don't have to, kill the spirit of Bhagavad Gita. When Krishna is saying that he is trying to pick you from the and some
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, your voice is cutting, so we're not able to hear you. Okay. Dear devotees, Prabhuji will be joining back. Please stay and we'll continue. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, the Wi-Fi got disconnected. I'm really sorry for that. Apologies. So I was saying, Yadatrat Kalitam Kichit Vidwan Sa Puryantutat. In this session, I must have done a lot of mistake, for sure. So I request all of you, you are all Vidwan, please correct those so that I can improve myself in service of Guru Gauranga. And Yadatra Shaushtavam Kinchit, anything you loved it, even this background, which is the nothing but room of Amoglila Prabhu, anything you loved it, then Tat Guru Re, I mean, he definitely belongs to my Guru Janas, nothing belongs to me. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mihika.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for such an informative and amazing session. I learned a lot of things that I never even knew about, especially how you talked about the three divisions of Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and sorry, Bhakti Yoga and Gyan Yoga. I only knew those three. I didn't really know the depth in it, so I got to know that today. So if anyone has any comments, questions, realizations, they can raise their hand and we'll take one by one.
We have more Matajis in the session today. Prabhujis are in Mayapur camp. I have devotees. Anyway, so if any one of you have any kind of question, clarification, please let me know. Otherwise, we can end this session.
So, Prabhuji, I had a question. I know you already said it, but my internet wasn't good in the beginning. I
Oh,
didn't
I'm sorry.
understand what you were talking about in the Rastu Nirdeshatmaka, Ashirvada, and Namaskar. Like, what was the
Okay,
context?
okay. So I'll share my screen again and I'll just show you what I wrote before. Okay. So before writing any kind of scripture or doing any kind of activity, we have to do Mangala Acharana, that we have to invoke auspiciousness. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he also invokes many kinds of auspiciousness, Mangalacharan. So he defines them into, or he categorizes them into three topics. He says, Mangalacharan haibe trividhi prakar. Trividhi, there are three kinds. And what are those? Vastu nirdeshatmak, Ashirvad, and Namaskar. That means in that Mangalacharan, either the object is defined. When I say object is defined means the whole scripture will revolve around that object only. For example, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the first Mangala Charan, the first verse is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. This is the first words of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Akhila Ras Amrita Murti. Bhagwan Shri Krishna, who is the personification of all kinds of rasas. And full Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is revolving around this verse only. Shri Krishna, who is embodiment or personality of rasa. So this is Vastu Nirdeshatmak. He is defining the objective. Now the other kind of Mangala Charan is Ashirvad. Sometimes some kind of author they say, oh, whoever reads this Granth, may they attain the mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Or whoever reads this Granth, may the lust in their heart vanishes away. So this is Ashirvad. The author himself is giving some kind of blessings. And the third one is Namaskar. Before writing in an humble state of mind, one is seeking blessings and giving blessings. So when someone does Namaskar, so that means he is seeking blessings. Now, from whom one can seek blessings? From Guru Janas or from Supreme Personality of Godhead or his avatars or your favorite deity. So in this Bhagavad Gita, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was actually doing Namaskar Atmika Mangalacharan. So he was saying, "O Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please may you retain in my mind because of your beautiful moonlight effulgence. What is happening? The tamas in my heart is actually going away. So you please stay in my mind." So he is actually praying. So it is Namaskar Atmika. It is good that you asked the question because many people joined later also. So I
Thank
hope
you
it is.
very much, Prabhuji. So if anyone else has any questions, because no raised hands or anything, so
Yeah,
you can raise your
head.
hands.
Maybe too technical, I don't know. But since we read directly from commentary, it is very important that uh, we go into more details.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I don't know about others, but I'll get purification.
I
Thank you.
personally love technical, like the technical part, because like we're writing notes, but at the same time it's like scientific type, so I like it.
Actually, that is the requirement for the audience today. They, especially the youth, they have so many questions and nobody is able to answer. That's why they are not happy. So once they get answers to their question, which are very logical, which are satisfying, and which are coming from proper authority, then they are able to relate it in their life also, and they are able to join that and practically observe it, how they can follow it in their life, and how the world is separating apart because of that philosophy. You'll get a new kind of spectacles to see this world. We have one raised hand.
Divya
Uh,
Mataji.
yeah, Prabhuji, I just wanted to thank you that you explained in a very simplified way, and it was a very, very nice session. Thank you so much.
I'm also happy that you mentioned the word simplified.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Mihika Mataji, you can conclude.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Radhika Mataji.
Oh, we have one question. I was about to exit.
हरे प्रभु जी पंचांग प्रणाम प्रभु जी जैसे अभी आपने बोला कि सारे जो यूथ हैं वो सुनना चाहते मतलब उनके पास बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं बट वो आस्क नहीं करते पूछते नहीं हैं तो बट जब हम ऐसे उनके पास जाते तो वो सुनना भी तो नहीं चाहते हैं
नहीं, वो पूछते हैं. एक्चुअली इफ आई से इन वेरी ब्लंट टर्म्स, मैं मतलब बहुत अगर सीधे सीधे बातों में बोलूं, स्टूडेंट्स जो होते हैं बिफोर द एज ऑफ 25, अगर बोले स्ट्रिक्टली बिफोर द एज ऑफ 18, दैट टीनेजर जो एज होती है स्पेशली फ्रॉम 12 to 18 या 10 to 18 बोल दो, they will learn from only those who are very strict in their life.
Yes.
अगर जरा भी ढीले हुए, जैसे मान लो मंदिर गए, मंदिर में तो हमने बता दिया कि हाँ हाँ माया से दूर रहना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, और घर पे नेटफ्लिक्स चल रहा है बच्चों के साथ ही, तो वो नहीं सुनने वाले आपकी। वो कहेंगे यार ये मंदिर में तो कुछ और सीख रहे थे, और पता नहीं क्या क्या वचनों को बोल करके दीक्षा दीक्षा भी ले रहे थे, और अभी ये ऐसे कर रहे हैं, मैं इनसे क्यों पूछूं। That's why they connect to maybe some kind of some महाराज और ब्रह्मचारीज, बिकॉज दे उनको ऐसी एक्सपेक्टेशन रहती है कि ये ब्रह्मचारीज वगैरह मंदिर में रहते हैं तो ये शुद्धि रहते होंगे, या महाराज लोग हैं सन्यासी हैं बहुत हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर में होंगे, तो ऐसे वो करते हैं। तो जिनके साथ रहते हैं उनसे ना बहुत ज्यादा फेमिलियरिटी आ जाती है, तो उस फेमिलियरिटी की वजह से फिर वो पूछ बताते नहीं, कहते इनसे क्या बताएं। तो अगर जो पेरेंट्स हैं या जो टीचर्स हैं घर पे, मतलब आप भी कुछ कॉन्ग्रेगेशन को प्रीच करते होगे, अगर आप अपनी प्रैक्टिसेस को बहुत प्योर रखोगे, जितना प्योर रख सकते हो, आप देखना उस प्योरिटी से सब कुछ अट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा नेचुरली। लोग आपको सुनना चाहेंगे, कहेंगे हमको इनसे सुनना, इवन दो आप बहुत ज्यादा बहुत तत्व और बहुत ज्यादा ये संस्कृत और ऐसे नहीं बताते हो, आप बहुत बेसिक बताते हो। आई टेल यू, हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोसाई महाराज, हिज होलीनेस लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज, ऐसे करके बहुत सारे महाराज हैं जो बहुत टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट में घुस घुस के चीजें नहीं बताते, ऑल्दो बता सकते हैं, बिकॉज आई नो गोपाल कृष्ण गोसाई महाराज हाउ मच, मतलब मैंने देखा है सम ऑफ हिज क्लासेस। सो दे कैन वेरी इजीली एक्सप्लेन, बहुत आराम से वो बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉपिक्स को ले सकते हैं और बहुत मतलब पूरा हिला सकते हैं सारी ऑडियंस को, बट स्टिल आउट ऑफ देयर ओन प्योरिटी। और इतना वो सिंपल है, उनको लगता है कि मैं क्यों इन लोग को ऐसे कठिन कठिन पढ़ाऊं अभी, बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑडियंस ओनली वो उतना कठिन टॉपिक लेते ही नहीं है। बिकॉज वेन दे से कि हमें कोई क्वेश्चन है तो घूम फिर के एक ही क्वेश्चन आता है कि नाम में रुचि कैसे बढ़ाएं, बेटी की शादी कैसे होगी, तो ऐसे जब क्वेश्चन आते हैं तो महाराज लोग भी फिर उसमें नहीं जाते। तो एक बार एक
मुझसे
क्लास गोपाल कृष्ण गोसाई महाराज की, उसमें सारे 16 राउंडर्स ही थे। अमोघ लीला प्रभु के बैच की टाइम की बात बता रहा हूँ, मतलब अराउंड 15 ईयर्स या 12-13 ईयर्स बैक। उस टाइम पे महाराज को स्पेसिफिकली बोला सबने, महाराज यहाँ सारे 16 राउंडर्स हैं, मोर देन अ डेकेड दे आर ऑल प्रैक्टिसिंग, तो आपसे बस निवेदन है कि महाराज आप क्लास लीजिए, और कुछ नहीं बोला। वो क्लास उस बैच के लोगों से आप पूछो, कभी कभी आप लोग को अमूल्य प्रभु, पांडव प्रेम प्रभु, सर्वप्रिय प्रभु ये सब मिले अगर कोई, तो मैं मतलब मिलता हूँ इनसे तो मुझे पता चला, तब दे विल टेल यू व्हाट गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी वाज एक्चुअली टीचिंग एट दैट टाइम। सो सीइंग द एंथुसियाज्म ऑफ द ऑडियंस, स्पीकर उस हिसाब से बोलता है ना। तो अब आप समझ लो, ऑडियंस मतलब बच्चे और स्पीकर मतलब पेरेंट्स, अब उस हिसाब से आप अपना जोड़ लो, ठीक है।
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Consent.
मोर हैंड।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hemu Mataji, you can ask your question.
Yes, Danvat Pranam Prabhuji. Beautiful
Pranam.
lecture.
Thank you, Mataji.
My question is, I really want to remember Krishna every second of my life, but it is very hard because when you start working, you have to concentrate on your work. And I'm trying to figure out how, like, that bhajan is swasa swasa pe namalo. Every breath you should be saying Krishna's name. But it is so hard that, is there any secret that I can remember him every breath?
So Mataji,
That's my
actually,
question.
you have actually given a lot of qualifications. First thing is to actually have this desire that I want to remember Krishna in every instance, in every breath. This is the first qualification. That means to have this desire. Now, my prayer to you is, it is not an instruction, it is a prayer onto you, because also you are my mother, that just intensify this desire. Oh, why I'm not able to remember Krishna in every moment? I want to remember Krishna in every moment. When I'm doing this thing, I'm not able to remember Krishna. Now, what you are actually doing? Remembering Krishna. So you do
Yeah.
one thing,
Mhm.
just take this disqualification of yours, which you consider a disqualification, and just make sure you do this. I'm not able to remember Krishna. Maybe you are not able to say this. See, when Srila Prabhupada was sitting with media persons, he was talking about politics also. So that doesn't mean he was forgetting Krishna at that time. So bahari kari loka vyavahar, like Raghunath Das Goswami Mahaprabhu said, outside you do loka vyavahar, but antare Radha Krishna bhajan karo. So in your heart, there should be always the remembrance of Radha and Krishna. And I'll tell you one more thing to all the audience present here. It may not be possible. Okay, I'll ask to everyone. Krishna has a lot of names. Srimati Radharani also have a lot of names. If I ask, what is your favorite name of the Lord? Then definitely Hare Krishna will not come. Because you have been chanting it so much. It may be very nice to you, but it will never be favorite. When I say never be favorite, it does not mean a rule. It is an exception. It can be favorite for some people also. But you will have some kind of swapriti naam. So my request to everyone who are present currently, all those 13, 14 people, that please try to find this swapriti naam of yours. Jiv Goswami says this. Maybe you are chanting Hare Krishna, but maybe Golokanand is your favorite name for Krishna. If at the end of your life, if you say, oh Golokanand, that does not mean that you are not going back home, back to Godhead. You said the name of Krishna, Golokanand was there in your Chetana, so you are actually doing a perfect job. That means every one of you who are present here, you take few names of Krishna and try to chant them whole day. Govinda, 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 Radha Govinda, Radha Shyama Sundar, Radha Gopinath. You just chant those names. Definitely, what Guru has told, you have to do that. Minimum chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Don't include this prayer into that. So from tomorrow, I just say Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda. 1 hour, 64 rounds done. Don't do that. Just chant Hare Krishna, what your Gurudev has said. If you want, just try to chant more also Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is Brahma Taraka Mantra. It is actually Yuga Mantra. Yugal Kishore Yuga Mantra. So that is actually most powerful. No worry in that. But the other names of Sri Krishna are also equally potent. Especially Pramukh Naam means those names which are associated with Vrindavan Leelas or with Yashoda Mata, Nand Maharaj, Radharani, Gopis, Gopas. Those names are Pramukh Naam. Other names are God Naam, means secondary. Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Vyapi, Sarva Devyapi, Param Karunamay. These are God names. So try to find your Swa personal Preeti favorite naam, your personal favorite name of Krishna, Radha Krishna. So for the next 6 months or maybe 1 year till this session goes on, every day you have to try some names. Now don't show some kind of lethargy like after 1 hour you like nahi ye wala naam nahi hoga. No, give some time and effort to that name. Ultimately you will be remaining Krishna conscious only. You can try Hare Krishna also. No harm in that. So try to find this Swapriti Naam. And once you have this Swapriti Naam, don't go on declaring on internet, oh, I found my Swapriti Naam. Just practice it. Practice chanting that Swapriti Naam. Fortunately, I've been trying for the last 4 years. So just pray for me too. I'll not say anything else in that. All right. Sorry, I took a lot of time, but I wanted to make sure the audience is on the same page.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
You may conclude,
Um,
Megha.
yes, Prabhuji, I had a follow-up question. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So like how Mataji asked how we can remember Krishna every breath, it's like those instances when like something good happens in your life, some reaction, like you get a reward or something, and then you're like, oh my God, I did this by myself. And then when something bad happens, you just blame it on Krishna, like, why'd you do this to me? So how do you prevent that? Like it said, like I think Bhagavad Gita says that you should remain balanced in your emotions. Like if you should not be too happy when something good happens, and you shouldn't be too sad when something happens.
So when we'll be studying Sthitadhir, that means one who is equipoised in his vision, in his activities in second chapter. And also when we'll be studying chapter number 6, Dhyana Yoga, what kind of person can do Dhyana Yoga? At that time, we'll be studying this equipoisedness of that yogi. But a devotee, see, there are material emotions and spiritual emotions. If the emotions are on transcendental platform, a very favorable remembrance of Krishna is there in that emotion, and externally it may be visible that the emotion is very negative. It may be possible. For example, gopis actually using very harsh words on Krishna, like calling him monkey or anyway. So that does not mean gopis are having, this kind of negative emotions towards Krishna. No, these are all beyond negatives and positives. They are very transcendental emotions. So if you have that, so while reading the scriptures, hearing, so this Shravan Kirtan and Pathan process, your intelligence gets refined. With that refined intelligence, you are able to distinguish between these material emotions and spiritual emotions. So when something wrong happens in your life, you are blaming it to Krishna. So is it your material emotion that you are blaming it to Krishna? कि मेरी बड़ी इज्जत थी in my class and suddenly I am the most disrespected person in my class. You have hampered my ego. Say, okay, this same statement, but you are actually praying to Krishna, remembering the form of Krishna in front of Krishna, and saying that why are you giving me so much of sufferings? When I am your devotee, you says that I protect your devotee, then what is happening in my life? Because of these instances, my bhajan is being disturbed. So please do something that my bhajan remains the same. Now this is spiritual emotion. Same instance, but see the approach of the prayer. There is one complaining attitude, another one is also complaining attitude, but one is having the high fever of sharanagati. So we have to have that high fever of sharanagati jwaraha. I remember this verse. All right, so
Yes.
refine your intelligence and try to distinguish between these emotions. We are not heartless persons. Okay. Like a yogi, he does a lot of things which we feel like is very stone hearted. Something is happening, equipoised. Something is not happening, equipoised. But for a devotee, he is equipoised within, but he is having थोड़ा सा झुकाव है कृष्ण की तरफ हर समय, है ना. पांडवास विल फाइट विद कृष्णा एक्चुअली प्रॉपर. मतलब फाइट मीन्स नॉट दिस काइंड ऑफ फाइट, लाइक वर्बल फाइट दे हैव. या ऐसे कैसे कर दिया, ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है, वो होता है. अर्जुन विल जोकिंगली से समथिंग. द ब्रज गोपास ऑफ द ब्रज गोपास, they will actually, like, Krishna is sleeping till 7 a.m. till morning. Why? Because he was in Raslila whole night anyway. So he was sleeping, and then few of the friends came to his house and they said, Maya, oh Yashoda Maya, where is Krishna? I say, no, Lalla सो रहा है, थका लग रहा था, he is sleeping. And okay, हाँ ठीक है मैया ठीक है. And then two coward boys will enter his room. One will catch his the right foot, one will catch his left foot, and they just drag him out of his bed till he falls down. See, this is also something which we do with our friends here, but there is no Krishna consciousness in that. Anyway, so these ups and downs, these emotion, they can be transcendental. Try to refine your intelligence and manifest those emotions. Make sure Krishna is the center, not me. That's it. Life is sorted.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you very much for the answer. Prabhuji, do you have any last comments or can we end?
I think I have made more than enough comments. It is my bad habit to answer very briefly.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. We'll meet next Saturday for another amazing session. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. Hare
no more
Krishna.
debate.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Megha ji. Thank you so much. श्रील प्रभुपाद
Hare
की जय.
Krishna.
श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. उपस्थित वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय.